Hello friends and welcome to my YouTube channel again. My name is AUGUSTERGOLD. Thank you guys for stopping by to watch my video. If today is your first time of stopping by to watch my video, thank you so much. I do appreciate you. If you've been coming to watch my videos before now, thank you so very much. Thank you. Even when I say I don't want to play, I'll still dey play. Let me behave matured. I want to behave matured. I want to behave serious now. Maturity. Face front. Yeah, that is it. So guys, the video I have for you now is a continuation of the other video I just finished. Now I just posted it like how many minutes now? 18 minutes ago I posted the video. So I'm going to do a continuation. Not too much talk on this video. I have to go straight because if I keep talking, we may end up having 5 parts on this video. So it's a continuation of the story between Fancy Nasi. I told you guys I'm going to remove the surname and put Nasi there. Fancy Nasi and Alex Ekubo. So Fancy finally came out to give us the full gist, to tell us the full reason, the full story. She like downloaded her full mind on why she left Alex. I started a video this morning. I just posted it 19 minutes. It's still 18 minutes. 18 minutes ago. And from that one, I promised that I was going to finish up in the next part because I couldn't do everything in the last video. So now I'm going to continue from the last statement I made on the last video so that there will be a continuity on this present video. So on the last video, the last statement I made there, Stella was asking Fancy. So this intimacy, the lady talked about what when did it happen? And then Fancy responded, we broke up in August 2021 and I blocked him. In January 2022, his aunt contacted me and asked if I could see him before I leave Nigeria. I agreed and unblocked him. And he begged to see me for closure. I was hesitant but agreed. When we met and Alex confessed a lot of things to me and apologized for everything, things got emotional, so he attempted to be intimate with me for the first time. I was in shock because he said his religion and journey has stopped him for these 5 years, but love was still there, so we proceeded anyways. Before I could even land back in Los Angeles, which is LEA City, Los Angeles. I call her like, you know that, I call her like Slay Queen, Los Angeles. Before I could land in Los Angeles, and the next day, he told all his friends and family we had says, yeah. If man run shows with woman, they go report scores for family member. What did they bring that kind of gist? What did they bring that kind of story when you call? You never even reach daybreak. You don't carry phone. You wear iPhone and you thing. That's why they run shows now. I mean, they run shows before. So Alex want to say no, they run shows before. So what to make a rush? Go tell him big sister, informer, tell all your family people, tell Muna, tell Mwada, tell Enikbia, be any who say he don't run shows with Nasi. Why? Okay. In Allah's defense anyway, I can say because when there was that breakup, there were insinuations that Alice was Gabriel. So when there became this reconciliation, maybe then family members will be asking or friends will be asking, Alice, how far you be that you they run that kind of thing, you they pass through the back. You know, so as if said she can't run shows now, she can't go get the scores now. Say me, I don't run shows. Oh, Abi, in his defense, we can use that, can't we? Yes, we can use that. But in another angle, if we're looking at it from the place, from the angle, what's her name? Fancy Nasi is looking at it from. If it was really a revenge that was brewed, that was cooked, then. If Alex actually went back to give the friends and family scores, it would mean that Alex went to them to like say, okay, I don't run that shows, oh, so what next? Or I don't run the shows, oh, I think I don't finally run, you know, or he wants to put it that way so that when the breakup finally comes out, there won't be any kind of insinuations onto whether he is Gabriela or Gabriel. Abi? I'm just thinking, because this case, you get as it be, to support one person, don't they add. So let's continue. So Alex went to tell his family that everybody in his family that he has run shows with Fancy. It seems like the part he felt, it seems like these glasses is too, here's the other one. This one choked me when I wear it, so this one is better to read something close. It seems like the part he left out to them was that it was the first time we tried it. It was strange to me how important it was for him to tell everyone around him. The naughty girl in me, the naughty girl in me. The naughty girl in me is like, I feel like asking, if I be Fancy friend and Fancy call, they will call the yarn, call the talk, I will say, Fancy alpha. The answer. He try, I mean, don't try. As I know they read that line, and that's here they crawl on my head, say, oh, mom, you guy never do things. As God do now, but not go easy. Augusta, you don't spoil. You don't go easy now. You don't know that kind of thing. Person never run shows for 5 years. Or I never run. Now Nancy side, I mean Nancy, okay, Fancy Nancy. Now Fancy side, now go really do one kind. You know, so they never run shows for a long time. Person never run shows for 5 years. If he run shows, oh Jesus. Ah, jeez. Hey, I go feel like. Don't be naughty. I'm born again. I'm not naughty. So let's continue. Encouraged me to share with my friends and family. Share with it. Share with it. Share with it. They keep Percy. Share with it. Who? Percy rushes. You come and share. Are you want to talk? I didn't discuss that kind of thing with Percy. No matter how close reach. I just say we run shows. I don't fit tell you. I don't fit call the share. Say, hey, we don't do them. We don't do as waiting. we don't do as waiting. Eh? So he shared with his family, like testimony time, blessing time. So you should share with your friends and family. Like, we don't finally do it. Okay, then me go. Oh, again, I'm wrong. We dey see some things like this internet street, or nothing we not see. And we dey back, they say, oh, we don't know say that there. I will wait. I will. So let me continue. I believe he was proud of himself. It's obvious he was proud of himself, but embarrassed at the same time that he never slept with me before. He wouldn't know how to explain that to his people. The big question for me was if religion, in quotes, is what kept him from doing it in the first place. When everyone is assuming I left because he is Gabriela, or is Gabriel, which I never said. Why is he trying to be intimate now? It was manipulation. He kept asking me, how was it? I try. I do away. I break your waist. I shift your womb. I happen. As he kept asking me how it was, and I had to lie that it was great. Nasia, Fancy Nancy, are you saying it wasn't great? It wasn't great at all. You didn't like, okay? When I see you, I ask you the question personally. You know, this is television. Let's do the personal thing. Was it great? I will not go into the embarrassing details of what happened. Jeez. Fancy, you are not talking, no. When I reconnected with his family, I still kept this and more from them to protect him, like I always do. But seeing as they are trying to say I am lying and defending him, I don't even blame them, because Alex has been lying to them. He lied to me and he lied to himself. Stella, you said something about him cheating and not being able to perform. How in heaven's name did you know this? Fancy, I caught him cheating on me with a curvy foreign woman that even offered to pay him money for him to sleep with her. They spent the weekend in a hotel, and she was so angry he couldn't perform with her. So she found out about me on Instagram and sent me screenshots of their chat exchange in which she called him names and questioned his obolacity. She questioned his Gabriella and Gabrieltin. I hope say Nancy have been a fancy get evidence, sha. Okay. He apologized to me and said at least he didn't cheat technically because he was celibate with her. I was even disappointed he didn't sleep with her. To be honest, it would have at least validated some things for me. I should have left him then. But instead I forgave him and kept the relationship going because of love and codependency. Because of love. We mistake plenty things for love. We mistake a lot of things for love. It was not because of love per se. I could say I would agree with that codependency. There is more. Fancy, at this stage, if you ever stumble on this video, I will say you need to see a therapist. You need to see a psychologist, like a therapist. You need to dig down. There is something in your foundation, like when you were growing up, that you are still seeking to get. It seems like you did not get enough love. So there is something like an attachment kind of something. Attachment. So it seems like you did not get enough love. I understand Fancy's mom says late. When did your mother move on to the great beyond? There is something there is a vacuum that you're trying to fill. That's why you continue to stay with this guy, even when you know that he's not good for you. You kept staying there. From that word you said, codependency, I try to understand there is a bond. There is bonding. Is there something like bonding, trauma bonding? Like you didn't get enough of this kind of love growing up, so now you are trying to get it from wherever and whoever. Even if the person is going to give you chenkele of it, you're okay. You will manage the chenkele. Unknown to you that you deserve more than chenkele. It's not just you. It has happened to a lot of us. And it is the same thing I saw with Tonto DK. The same thing I saw with Tonto DK. You know, that time I was really for Tonto. I was rooting for her. I saw that in Tonto DK also. And the same thing I'm seeing with, what's the name of this foreign guy that is losing everything now? That was married to Kim. Kanye West. The same thing I'm seeing with Kanye. Kanye West has some kind of vacuum that he's trying to fill. Adverse childhood experiences. Something is wrong somewhere. Fancy, you need to see a specialist. Something is wrong somewhere that you need to take care of before you move on to your next relationship, so that you don't make this mistake again. You're a very beautiful girl. You have a lot in front of you, so you don't want to spoil it. So you need to take care of that thing. Something happened to you when you were young. You need to take care of it. I no be pastor. I just have a knowledge. I have a background in psychology. So from what she's saying, I can see that something is wrong. Something is wrong. Fancy need to address that. So let's move on. Let's leave that. Let's move on. So, Stella, Alex family member in that voice note, which has gone viral, made claims that Alex was taking care of you in America. Yes, I heard that. I was there when she said it in the live video with Sister B of the Obodoyibo TV Kingdom. She said he paid your rent in Los Angeles. Yes, as a slave queen. Los Angeles. And feeds you with $500. Who did they feed $500? A month. No, not be feed the talk. He said they give Fancy $500 for rent. Not be feed the talk. And that your dad is an Uber driver. Is that true? Yes, she said something like that. She said Nancy's father is an Uber driver. I don't know what it concern Uber driver relationship we no work. I don't even know what it concern that money. Okay. You know, Fancy said Alex was trying to make her pay for the wedding. I think that was when the sister called. They say, boy, his dad is a... See, in the abroad, you can be a security man. You still have money. It's not because... It's not about that. In the abroad, You can be a security man and you still have money if you know if you get sense. If you dey use your sense, live within your means. So whether na Uber driver, I been a security man, I been a call, it no concern any. I don't talk bad word. It no concern anybody. It's a honest job. That is it. So long no be yahoo, no be people where they thief people for road, they curse people, but they go up. It's okay. This hearing they in my ear. Fine, no easy, shoe. It's in there. You know heavy, but they planga my ear. People like say, you, I don't break her. Hey, no break, Christmas hearing. I just want something big, and this is the quickest I could get in my. They fling any, I call they drag my ear, they pay my ear. Me, I know they like to do this kind of thing. I mean, they like wear small hearing. You know heavy, but pretty concern on our hearing now. Okay, is that true? Fancy now responded, while modeling, I was a teacher for over 10 years until the school closed during the pandemic. The pandemic affected a lot of people and a lot of businesses. Now, I am the top marketing director of a company, of a major company, with my own personal businesses, while I do modeling on the side. When Alex introduced this girl, and I wanted to make a video about them, I actually went in touch. I went on Instagram and went on Google to check on this girl. You know, from the beginning of my videos, I've been saying that this girl is okay. From what I saw on her Instagram, not be pepper that she dey post for there. She does modeling. She does all those basketball adverts. She does Coca-Cola adverts. She teaches children how to dance. She does keep fit kind of something. She does, what again did I see there? She does a lot of things. I don't know what she do for a 9 to 5, but I know she does a lot of things around the corner. So nobody can tell me that the girl is a very poor girl. No, she's okay. She's doing well for herself. For her age, she's doing very well. So that story of whatever they are saying is not it. Let me continue. So I am generating over 6 figures a year with no support from anyone. So I am doing very well for myself. My late mom would have been so proud of me. My dad owned the most successful transportation business in Nigeria back in the day. He brought his whole family to America, where we were all born and raised, living very comfortably in Los Angeles, LA. Hey, in LA. You want to say LA, your tongue have to be like LA. So that you look posh. LA. In Los Angeles. He's in his late 60s now. Healthy and strong. So if he does Uber as a side hustle in the same transportation industry he knows, I don't see how honest work is something to be laughed at by Alex's family. It says a lot about them, trying to discredit me as I chose not to share family secrets about Alex. That is a bit messy. As for the 500 naira a month from Alex, for 12 months out of 5 years, although he provided that to me, I didn't even need it. I just wanted to finally feel provided for by him. I used the money to invest in stocks and teach him to grow our future family finances. Alex was so impressed by the way I handled finances. The average rent in my neighborhood is $5,000 a month. Mona, wait, we need to do some math here. $5,000 a month. It may be true. I know they stay for LA, but it may be true. How much is in I don't know how much dollar bill to naira. Okay, I don't know how much, but let's use 800. That's 4 million a month. That was why I told you guys that if you live in the abroad, even if you do Uber, if you know yourself, what can we go? People in the Nigeria will call you a big boy somebody. I'm telling you, because the rent is high. If you're living in a big house, is high. Your neighborhood, your postcode, your zip code says a lot about your income. When you're now £500 or $500 a month is nothing. It's grocery money if you go rich. You know, rich for your utility, as in gas, light, water, council tax, and you know, rich. If you say grocery, it feel rich. For me now, 500 for grocery a month, it no go rich. No rich or stay chop. When you're now, let's continue. He gave her, fine. But he no reach the one way Alex sister will come announce, say, they give her 500 every month. Even if they give her, if you not just bother talking because it's too small. You where they live for Canada, where you know say that money not small money. You call the yarn. If you not talk that one. Why am I cold this morning? Okay, Stella now say, do you have proof to all this? Like, if you are challenged to bring forth evidence, do you have anything? Fancy now say, I have proof of everything. That is why I am speaking up with confidence. I wouldn't speak without receipts. That would be careless. But I don't think receipts are needed to be revealed unless there is a defamation situation and defense is needed to be presented. I also know my family and friends are very upset with what Alex has put me through. They are also disappointed in me, and I understand. This is emotional abuse, so they are sympathetic. Hey, after 3, my pikin day school, I have 5 minutes more, and they are sympathetic. They feel the need to share and encourage me to speak up and defend myself. I am not used to talking too much, and that's why people think I am talking a lot now. It's because it's the first time I am finally using my voice. I have never been truly heard. The girl no be streets. I know. Alex run on streets because the girl no be streets. Hey, Stella, why did you even reconsider reconciling if it was so bad for you? Fancy, Stella, this is a question many people want to know, and I have asked myself that too. With therapy and guidance, I now realize it was just a trauma bond. Yes. With all of the control he had over me, the silencing my voice and withholding affection, it made me long for the pot of gold at the end of the tunnel with him. I know. But at the end of the day, it was just a mirage. It was a mirage. A mirage is like, you they look at me, and they go. You they look at me, and they go. See me, see you, and they go. The more you look, the less you see. They call mirage. It was a mirage. Where I did. There is no time. Augusta show where you. It was a mirage. Nothing was real. Everything was fake. We had history together, and I wasn't strong enough to let go. He wanted me back badly, too. But this whole thing was toxic. I am very grateful to God that I am free and can now be myself again. Guys, I will analyze more of this in the next video. Also, I will finish up in the next video. Already we have almost 25 minutes. I don't want this to be too long. I'm going to attach the first to this, and I'm going to attach this to the third. Sorry, that was not the plan, but as it is a long video, and we need to break it. I don't want to do a 1-hour video. So guys, enjoy yourself while I quickly pick my kids up from school, and then I'll continue the video. So the next one may be a little bit further in the day, because I'll get the children from school and I'll give them lunch before I come back to this again. Have a nice day.